Darth Deuce here, and I've got a Star Wars action figure review for you guys. I got the Star Wars The Black Series Obi-Wan Kenobi or Ben Kenobi figure to review for you. Part of the Darth Revan Sabine wave of figures. This is a re-release of the SDCC Obi-Wan Kenobi, just without the extra accessories, which, yes, it would have been nice to get, but I'm just happy to be able to acquire the old Ben figure. This is definitely a figure I'm sure a lot of people have been looking forward to. The Hasbro release in the Black Series 6-inch line, and I'm excited that he's been released too. It's obviously a classic, iconic character, so it's really cool to finally get him in the 6-inch Black Series form. But this is his single box review, or his standard retail release. So we'll take a quick look at him in the packaging. You got the standard Black Series 6-inch packaging here. The figure in the packaging with the red backdrop. A nice image of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Number 32, the Wave. Another nice image of Obi-Wan, and then a brief bio which says, a legendary Jedi Master, Obi-Wan Kenobi was a noble man and gifted in the ways of the Force. He trained Anakin Skywalker, served as a general in the Republic Army during the Clone Wars, and guided Luke Skywalker as a mentor. So he's done a lot of stuff, as most of you, if not all of you, already know. But pretty cool. But I'm going to get him opened up out of the packaging. We'll take a closer look at the figure. Alright guys, now we have Obi-Wan Kenobi out of the packaging. And this is a pretty cool figure. Definitely Hasbro has been stepping up their game with their more recent Black Series figures. And this Obi-Wan Kenobi figure is a really nice figure. Really happy having the collection. Character I definitely had having the collection. The figure was well executed. As you can see, he sports a soft goods Jedi robe, and it's actually quite nicely done. It's not oversized. It fits the sleeves well, and they're not super baggy or anything. The color's nice. This is nice dark brown. The soft goods hood actually works really well. It, for the most part, captures that look it has in the movie, and can it will take some playing around with, but you can get the hood to sit on the head pretty well, as you can see. So I like that a lot. And it looks really good with the robe on. The robe really doesn't look bad at all. It's not too long or anything. They really did a good job with this soft goods robe, so I gotta give Hasbro props for that. And he looks really cool. Now, I'm gonna pause very quick and take the robe off, because obviously a lot of detail is underneath the robe. Alright, now I got the robe off Obi-Wan, so you can see all the details of his sculpt. First, I'll just take a look at the head sculpt here, which will hopefully focus. Here we go. And it's a pretty nice head sculpt. In terms of Hasbro head sculpts go, it's a pretty good likeness to Alec Guinness. The eyes are painted relatively well. The hair is painted nicely. It's not just a white paint, but has some other paint mixed in with it to give it a more detailed look, which is good. And the hair is sculpted nicely. The beard is sculpted nicely. And definitely has that Alec Guinness look. I mean, it's not 100%, but it looks pretty good. I'm definitely happy with it, especially considering Hasbro's track record with unhelmeted head sculpts. This one's not too bad at all. Going on with the Jedi robe, you got the brown shirt underneath, which is painted and sculpted there. And you got the Jedi robe, which is sculpted really nicely with all the wrinkles and ripples of the fabric. And painted in this beige color. Has some nice wash over to give it sort of that worn Tatooine look, which is really cool. Got the big sort of sleeves. Got the belt here. Got a hook for the lightsaber hilt, which, as you can see, can be stored via a loop on the lightsaber hilt and looks really good. You got the belt here. You got the bronze belt buckle, and got some nice detailing on the belt. Got the little pouch sculpted on there. On the back, you don't got too much going on, but some nice sculpting and paint detail going on here. You got the lower robe, which is sculpted in plastic, but it looks pretty good. You got some nice sculpted detail. They're cut along the sides to allow for more articulation. And looks really good for the most part. Paint and sculpt wise, this figure is really good. I don't have too many complaints with it. In terms of articulation, Obi-Wan's pretty good for the most part. He has a ball joint head along with the hinge, so you got a decent range of motion there. He has pretty good ball hinges at the shoulders. He can move above his shoulder, which is pretty cool. Only single hinges at the elbows, which I kind of wish were double hinges, just so you could maybe get him into two-handed lightsaber wielding poses a bit easier, but it's not too bad. He has hinges at the wrists, ball joint at the waist. The only issue with this is if you bend it too far back, you'll see kind of the gappage, but it's not a huge issue. Hinges at the hips, swivel cut thighs, double hinges at the knees, hinges at the ankles with rockers. So he has some pretty good articulation. Of course, the leg articulation is hindered by the plastic Jedi robe. They can move out quite a bit, but they're not going to move forward or back a whole lot. Just something to note. But of course, this figure doesn't really need to be in a ton of crazy dynamic poses, so it's not a huge deal for me. And aesthetically, he just looks really, really good. In terms of accessories, he comes with his Jedi robe, obviously, and his lightsaber, which the blade can be detached. The blade's right here, and you can store it on his belt, or you can hold it with the blade attached or not attached, whatever you prefer, which is really cool. Of course, it doesn't come with the SDCC accessories, which is unfortunate, but still really cool nonetheless. Before I finish up here, we'll give some quick size comparisons. So here's Obi-Wan, and here's the Farm Boy Luke figure. And they scale pretty nicely together. Obi-Wan is just slightly taller than him, which makes sense. So that looks pretty good. These guys display really nicely together. I really like displaying them together. It's really cool. And then for one last comparison, here he is next to his old friend, Darth Vader. And Darth Vader is a bit taller than Obi-Wan, which obviously makes sense, as Darth Vader is a taller character. And Obi-Wan's a bit older, so he should be a little shorter. So the scale is pretty good. Overall, this is a really great Obi-Wan Kenobi Old Ben figure. If you're collecting the Black Series 6-inch line, then I think it's a definite recommend to pick up if you can find it. Excuse me. I don't think it goes for a ton online, though I haven't checked recently. I don't think he'll be super hard to acquire, this normal release. It's a really great figure, and if you're wanting this version of the character, and if you're collecting the line, highly recommend it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and may the Force be with you.